My child, stop. Pause what you are doing. Do not treat this as ordinary. Be still. Do not move. Do not look away. Do not scroll. Do not delay. These minutes are holy. This is a divine interruption. Heaven has leaned in over your life, and I, Jesus, your Lord, your Creator, your Redeemer, am speaking to you now. This did not appear by chance. This is not a coincidence. Before the sun rose, before your alarms sounded, before your eyes even opened, I arranged this meeting. I marked this exact moment on the calendar of heaven. I orchestrated your steps, the timing, the very path that brought you here. I saw the burdens you would carry today, the thoughts that would storm your mind, and I planned a rescue. Right here, right now. Listen, your life has not been random, and neither is this voice. I have watched you move quickly on the outside, while something fragile inside of you has been cracking in silence. You put on composure while your heart trembles. You keep going because you think you must, because if you slow down, you fear you might break. I know. I have counted the times you swallowed your cry, the nights you smiled at others and then collapsed into your own quiet. I am here in this interruption because I refuse to let you keep bleeding beneath your routine. Do not minimize this. Do not tell yourself, I can come back later. That is the very lie the enemy uses to keep you drifting just past the moment I appointed to heal and direct you. The battle has been for your attention. Distraction has stalked you like a shadow. Comfort has whispered, you have time. But I am telling you, my beloved, time is not neutral. These minutes matter. The words you are hearing carry rescue. Stay with me. I am not speaking to everyone. I am speaking to you. Yes, you, the one whose chest tightens when the room goes quiet, the one whose soul has been fighting fog, confusion, fear, and doubt, swirling like a storm around your decisions. The one who has asked me, Lord, if you see me, give me a sign. That stirring in your spirit, that weight lifting ever so slightly even now, that warmth near your chest, it is me confirming, I see you, I am here, I will not leave you. I am not warning you to frighten you, I am pleading to awaken you. Heaven has declared an emergency over areas you have normalized, over patterns that drain you, over roads that lead nowhere, over voices that silence what I planted in you. I am interrupting your routine because what you call normal is not safe for your spirit. I am cutting through the noise because I love you too much to let you wander another day without light. Listen to me with both ears and all of your heart. Breathe slowly. Let your shoulders fall. My presence is closer than your breath. This is not a screen talking to you. This is your shepherd, the one who knows your name and calls you mine. I have watched every unseen battle. I have stood beside your bed when sleep was far. I have numbered your tears and gathered your questions. None of it has been ignored. None of it is lost. And now I am stepping in with clarity. If you stay through the end of this message, confusion will begin to turn into clarity. The fog will thin. The noise inside will quiet. The fear that grips your chest will begin to loosen, and you will feel a peace I have kept for you. Not because you are strong, but because I am. Not because you have all the answers, but because I have everything you need and I am ready to give it. These minutes are a doorway. Step through them with me. You say, Lord, why interrupt me like this? Why now? Because you have been running on fumes while calling it faith, because you have been collecting advice while starving for my voice, because your routine has dulled the pain but not healed it, because the path just ahead requires my direction, and I will not let you step into it blind. I arranged this to turn you, to anchor you, to shield you. This is mercy reaching for you in real time. I can feel you reaching back. Do not let your mind scatter. Do not let your eyes wander. The enemy will do anything to pull you away in this very moment. A notification, a thought, a memory, an urge to check something quickly. Resist it. Stay with me. Every second of obedience in these moments is opening what your striving could not open. I am present. I am near. I am speaking. You have been carrying so much. Decisions that press on your chest. Disappointments that sour your mouth. Words spoken over you that still echo. You have learned to function under weight, to laugh under pressure, to excel while exhausted. But you are not a machine. You are my child, and I am here to lift what you were never meant to drag another step. Hear me. This interruption is intentional, arranged for your rescue and for your direction. I am not here to condemn you for hustling or to shame you for hurting. I am here to take your hand and bring you out of the maze you have been circling. I am here to separate my voice from the static. I am here to show you the next small step and to walk it with you. You do not have to figure out everything today. You only need to stay present with me now. Let your heart know this truth. I choose you right now. I prioritize you right now. In a world that demands your attention every second, I claim these minutes for your healing, your clarity, your peace. I am placing a canopy over you even as you listen. Protection over your mind, a hush over internal storms, a light at your feet. Do not run from this. Do not rush it. Receive it. When this began, you were scrolling, searching, avoiding, or simply moving fast. Now, heaven has interrupted you on purpose. This is the turn. This is the pivot. This is the moment where what has been heavy meets my hands, where what has been confusing meets my counsel, where what has been fearful meets my peace. Stay. Let me speak. Let me lead. If you will give me your attention, I will give you direction. If you will remain, I will begin the rescue you have been longing for. My child, I am drawing closer now, not to the version of you the world sees, but to the one who lies awake in the dim blue light, staring at the ceiling while the clock crawls. I have felt the tightness that grips your chest in the middle of the night, when the house is quiet and your thoughts grow loud. I have watched you pull a smile across your face like a sheet, neat and practiced, so no one sees the storm moving behind your eyes. I have seen you wipe your cheeks in the bathroom and steady yourself at the sink as if water alone could wash away the ache that refuses to leave. I am speaking to that part of you, the one you protect, the one you hide, the one that whispers questions no one has answered. I am not speaking to everyone. I am speaking to you. Yes, you. The one who wonders if you are too much or never enough. The one who carries secrets in the spaces between your ribs, like sharp glass. The one who has been asking for a sign and then doubting you would deserve it if it came. This is your sign. This is your answer. This is your rescue. That tremble in your hands, that warmth spreading low in your chest, that sudden urge to breathe deeper. It is me confirming that I have you in my sight and I will not let you fall unseen. I have counted the questions you do not voice aloud. Why did it happen like that? Why was the timing so cruel? Why do the people you trusted feel far when you need them near? Why does hope feel thin like a thread about to snap? I have not despised a single one of your questions. I have not shamed you for asking them. I have written them in my book with your tears as ink and my compassion as the seal. You are not weak because you feel. You are not less because you have been overwhelmed. You are mine, and every fragile place is a place I am determined to fill with my strength. You carry weight in public and collapse in private. You push through conversations while your mind begs to be still. You perform assignments while your heart longs for a safe room to exhale. My beloved, I have been that safe room all along. Even now, as you listen, notice your breathing slowing. Feel that gentle hush coming over the noise inside. I am doing that. I am wrapping you in the quiet I kept for you. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw unclench. Let the tears, if they come, be welcomed. They are not proof that you are losing control. They are proof that you are in my hands, and I am touching what has been numb for too long. I have watched you rehearse conversations in your head, crafting defenses, building careful bridges, preparing to be misunderstood. I am not here to put you on trial. I am here to sit with you on the floor of your soul and gather the pieces you have been trying to hold together. I have seen what you haven't told anyone, the message you didn't answer because you had no more words, the apology you never received, the unfinished prayer that fell asleep on your lips, the email you keep rereading, the diagnosis you tried to downplay, the calendar that keeps filling while your energy empties. I have seen it all. None of it has disqualified you from my love. None of it has outrun my reach. Do not argue with this love right now. Do not minimize what I am naming. The enemy would prefer you to shrug this off, to say others have it worse and silence your own cry. But I am your Father who counts every hair on your head and treats your smallest sigh as sacred. I am your shepherd who leaves the 99 to bring you home. I am closer than your breath, nearer than your pulse, more faithful than your fears would ever admit. Feel the nearness in the warmth on your skin, in the way your heart is softening. This is not theatrics, this is visitation. Heaven has leaned low for you. You say, Lord, I don't want to be exposed. Hear me, I am not exposing you to shame you. I am illuminating what hurts so I can lift it. Light is not your enemy when it comes in the hands of love. I am removing the disguise from the weight, so you will stop calling it normal and allow me to carry it. You have performed strength long enough. You have negotiated with anxiety as if it were a roommate you had to live with. No more. Place it in my hands. Even now, whisper it. Name the fear, the person, the deadline, the habit, the memory. As you name it, feel it loosen. I am taking hold of what you release. I know the night that broke you. I know the day that disappointed you. I know the conversation you replay in the shower, wondering what you could have said differently. I know the disappointment that settled like dust over your prayers until everything felt muted and gray. My child, I never left that scene. I was there, collecting the shards, guarding your heart when it wanted to go numb forever. You survived things that should have swallowed you. You stood when your knees shook. You kept showing up with a forced smile because you thought that was the only way to keep the world from crumbling. I honor the courage it took to keep breathing. I honor the battle you have fought in silence. But I am bringing you into a new way, the way where carrying it alone ends and letting me carry you begins. Listen closely. I am separating you from the crowd right now so you will hear me clearly. I am drawing a circle around this moment and writing your name inside it. The angels are paying attention to what you decide inside this circle. I am putting weight on my words so your heart will know this is not general advice. This is personal instruction. I am going to lead you out step by gentle step. I am going to put my hand beneath the burden and lift. I am going to teach you how to trade the panic you default to for the peace I give. I am going to take your scattered attention and fix it on a path. That flutter in your chest, it is my knocking. That soft heat at the back of your neck, it is my nearness. The way your thoughts are slowing, like snow settling in a quiet field. It is my peace entering. Let these be your confirmations. Do not look to 1,000 other signs. I am the sign standing at your door. Open and let me fill your room with light. Open and let me reorder what has felt chaotic. Open and watch me turn the unanswered into a journey where answers rise as you walk with me. You have told yourself you must be perfect to be carried. You have told yourself you must fix it before you can be held. That is not my way. I carry lambs, not trophies. I bind the brokenhearted and call them blessed, not burdensome. I break chains softly sometimes, so softly you only notice later that the clink is gone and your feet move freer. That is what begins now as you remain with me. The sound of metal falling in the background while you breathe for the first time without bracing. I am not done with you. I am just beginning. And I am not revealing your pain to make you small. I am revealing my care to make you free. From this seeing will come guiding. From this naming will come a path. I will not simply comfort you and leave you in the same place. I will comfort you and then lead you by the hand into the next right step. I will speak instruction that is simple enough for today. I will make your path straight beneath your feet as you walk with me. But first, feel my eyes on you with delight, not disappointment. Feel my grip steady you. Feel the weight shift even now as you allow me to carry what you were never designed to hold. Stay with me. Let me whisper to the rawest parts without you flinching. Let the tears fall if they need to. Let the release come. This is not you failing. This is you being found. This is me, Jesus, your Lord, your Creator, your Redeemer, saying to you with all of heaven leaning in, I see you. I choose you. I am here to carry you through, and I will not set you down until rest replaces dread and peace replaces panic. Keep your eyes with me. Your guidance is already forming. My child, you ask, why this moment? Why this urgency? Listen closely, because I have opened a window over your life, and windows do not remain open forever. There is an appointed time for planting and an appointed time for gathering, and you are standing at the lip of a season that will shape what grows in you next. Heaven set this appointment not to rush you with fear, but to rescue you with precision. I have aligned days, conversations, delays, and even disappointments to converge here. You are here on purpose because the door that leads to clarity, protection, and breakthrough has swung open, and its hinges will not hold indefinitely. I am not threatening you. I am guarding you. I'm not intimidating you. I am insulating you from storms you cannot yet see. Love warns before the cliff. Love speaks before the turn in the road. Love shouts when the house is quietly filling with smoke. I am love, and I am raising my voice because I see how later has been bleeding your strength, your joy, and your focus. You have said, soon. You have said, when things calm down. You have said, after this one more task. But later has a way of turning into never, while you wait for a perfect moment that will not arrive. This is the moment I made for you. Consider the window I've opened like the tide that pulls the boat effortlessly forward if you push off now. Miss this tide, and the same water becomes resistance, not punishment but principle, not anger but timing. Certain doors, when ignored long enough, shift their weight. Opportunities tailored to this stretch of your heart will not fit the same way in another season. I can redeem what is missed, but I am not inviting you into a detour. I am inviting you into the straight path I am laying beneath your feet today. The enemy has whispered, you have time, not to comfort you, but to neutralize you. Delay is not neutral. It is a slow leak, a soft chain, a kind of sleep that looks like rest but steals your strength. Every "I'll deal with this tomorrow" becomes one more thread around your ankles until you move less and less while calling it wisdom. I am cutting those threads now. I am placing a holy urgency in your spirit that is not panic but propulsion. Feel it. Not frantic hands, but a strong hand at the small of your back saying, forward. You say, Lord, what do you want from me in this moment? I want your attention. I want your stillness. I want your humility, not your performance, not your perfection, not your 5-year plan. One small act of obedience now. Make room for me to speak. If you are able, put down what is in your hands. Turn your screen face down for a moment. Place your hand over your heart. Breathe my name softly. Whisper, yes, that is all. That yes is the key in the lock of this door. That yes is the hinge turning with a grace you cannot produce on your own. Do not be deceived. The pull to postpone will feel kind, rational, and responsible. It will suggest you tidy up before you meet with me. It will offer a kinder sounding word than obedience. Prepare, but you have prepared enough for today. The preparation now is surrender. Obedience first, explanations later. I will make sense of what frightens you after you say yes, not before. Faith steps through the door, and understanding meets it on the other side. Hear me. When I say the window is open, I am not threatening to withdraw my love. My love does not have an expiration date. I am telling you the conditions I have arranged for favor, clarity, and protection are ripe now. The soil is soft now. The air is clear now. The counsel you need is close now. The shield I am raising over you has been timed to intercept arrows already in flight. If you step under it, they will glance off. If you linger outside it, calling it prudence, you may learn unnecessary lessons in pain that I came to spare you. I am not angry with the times you postponed me. I am here to free you from the rhythm that keeps postponing life. You thought you were buying time by delaying decisions, but delay has been buying you anxiety at full price. I want to cancel that purchase. I want to reverse the transaction. Trade me your delay for my direction. Trade me your spinning for my pace. Trade me your careful excuses for my careful guidance. This exchange happens through obedience. In moments like this, not through extraordinary strength, but through ordinary surrender. Look at the door I am opening. Do not study the hinges. Step through. Do not compare it to other doors. Heed this one. Your story is not another person's. Your window is not set to someone else's clock. What I am asking is small and specific. Choose stillness for a moment you would have filled. Choose attention where you would have scattered. Choose humility where you would have defended. Let me speak. Let me name. Let me direct. I am not overwhelming you with 10 steps. I am asking for one. You feel the countdown not as dread, but as a quickening. Every heartbeat is a drum calling you to alignment. I have watched you search for signs. Here is one. Peace rising while you choose me. I have watched you wait for a push. Here it is. The sense that delaying even another minute would dull something precious. Follow that sense. It is me. That warmth at your sternum. That loosening in your shoulders. That sudden clarity around what you must stop doing today. This is confirmation. Do not talk yourself out of it. Do not consult fear before you answer faith. I have seen the snare laid for you in just one more day. I have seen the emails that will arrive designed to reroute your focus. I have seen the conversation that will bait you into defending what I am asking you to lay down. I am preempting it now. Take shelter inside my instruction before the noise comes. Write down what I am highlighting. Put a simple boundary in place. Step outside and breathe while you say my name. Close the extra tab that always leads you to nowhere. Tell me, I am listening, and stay long enough to hear a single clear sentence rise in your spirit. That is obedience. That is enough for now. This window is mercy moving toward you at a set speed. If you match my pace, your steps will feel light. If you resist, your legs will feel heavy, though nothing has changed around you. Choose the lightness. Choose the hand reaching out. Choose the door before you rehearse all the reasons you might regret it. I have never asked you to obey to embarrass you. I ask you to obey to establish you in peace, in protection, in purpose. My child, do not call this pressure. Call it protection. Do not call this demand. Call it deliverance. Do not call this inconvenience. Call it invitation. Heaven has set an appointment for your decision, and you have arrived. Now decide, to be still. Decide to listen. Decide to say yes. As you do, the gears in places you cannot see will begin to turn. Paths will straighten beneath your feet. The storm inside will quiet. And what I planned for this window, peace, clarity, and the beginning of breakthrough, will meet you right where you are because you chose to meet me right now. Stay with me. Your obedience in this moment matters. Your next breath can be the hinge on which this entire day swings toward life. My child, listen to me plainly. The fiercest battle around you right now is not unfolding in your calendar or your bank account or your relationships. It is unfolding in your attention. The enemy has not only tried to bend your circumstances, he has been fighting to bend your focus. If he can capture your eyes, he can color your thoughts. If he can fracture your concentration, he can fog your discernment. If he can steal these minutes from you, he can steal the seed I am planting in you. Stay here. Don't let the message be stolen before it seals in your spirit. Confusion, fear, and doubt have not simply been moods. They have been weapons leveled at your focus. Confusion blurs the path until every step seems suspect. Fear shouts so loudly that you cannot hear my whisper. Doubt drips like water, slow and constant, until you are too drenched to notice the sun I keep setting before you. I have watched how distraction hunts you, sometimes loud, sometimes quiet. It does not always come as chaos. Sometimes it comes dressed as efficiency, as one more task, as a perfectly reasonable delay. Recognize it, name it, refuse to give it your gaze. The enemy pushes in extremes because balance breeds clarity. He shoves you toward panic or toward numbness. Panic has you sprinting without a map, exhausting yourself with frantic control. Numbness has you curling inward, convincing yourself to feel nothing so nothing can hurt you. He tugs you toward obsession or avoidance. Obsession loops the same thought until your heart is sore. Avoidance stuffs the thought so deep you forget where you put it, and it festers. He floods you with noise or starves you with isolation. Noise keeps you from hearing my voice. Isolation convinces you there is no voice to hear. You have called these swings just how I am, but my child, they have been strategies designed to pull you away from what I am saying. Let me give you language for the fight you have felt but could not name. That sudden heaviness when you try to pray is resistance. The fog that settles when you open your heart to listen is resistance. The strange sleepiness that rolls in when you sit to be still with me, it is not coincidence, it is resistance. The perfectly timed notification, the memory of a past wound flaring right as I draw near, the urge to get up and fix something small so you feel productive. Resistance. When resentment rises as soon as you forgive, when a trivial annoyance swells to an argument the moment peace begins to form. Resistance. I am exposing it so you will stop treating it as random weather and start treating it as warfare. Listen, you do not win this battle by matching panic with more panic. You do not win it by white-knuckling your way through another hour of self-management. You win it by posture, breathe, be still, refuse the spiral, choose faith over frantic control. Place your hand over your heart if you can. Inhale slowly, and with your exhale, say my name, Jesus. Again, let the rhythm of your breath become a doorway to my peace. Attention is the altar you bring to me. Place it before me now. I am Jesus, your Lord, your Creator, your Redeemer, and I do not require a perfect mind to meet with me. I ask for a willing gaze. Let your eyes come to me like a lens clearing. Whisper this simple confession. I choose your voice over every other voice. I turn away from panic. I turn away from numbness. I receive your peace. Do not argue with those words. Let them stand as a guard at the entrance of your thoughts. I am sending my peace to stand there with them. Stay here. Do not move mechanically while your spirit wanders. Do not let your fingers obey your fear. The enemy wants to snatch this seed before it roots, like birds that circle the field waiting for fresh grain. Keep your attention cupped like hands around a flame while I breathe on it. If you feel your mind slipping, do not shame yourself. Simply return. Say, I am here, Lord. That returning is worship. That returning is warfare. Every return strengthens a pathway of peace inside you. You have wondered why the moment you set your heart to listen, 10 urgent needs appear. It is because attention, once given to me, begins to loosen chains the enemy has counted on. He will throw small fires to make you a firefighter instead of a worshiper. Do not be baited. Not every ding deserves your eyes. Not every tug deserves your time. Not every thought deserves a conversation. In this holy moment, choose to starve what starves you and feed what frees you. Feed stillness, feed trust, feed the single sentence I am lifting in your spirit. Hear the difference between my urgency and the enemy's pressure. My urgency is a firm hand guiding you to safety. It carries peace even while it calls you now. The enemy's pressure is a frantic shove that fractures you. It carries accusation. It hisses not enough. It dangles dread. Discern it by its fruit. When you feel driven, condemned, or scattered, pause. Breathe. Turn your face to me. When you sense firm love, protection, and clarity rising together, move with me. I am teaching you to know my tone, to recognize my cadence, to refuse the counterfeit. The spiral is a staircase that goes nowhere. As soon as you feel it pulling, stop and speak aloud. Not this time. I choose the mind of Christ. I choose peace. Then anchor with something simple. Fix your eyes on a single phrase. Jesus is here. Or, I am safe in your hands. Or, one step with you is enough. Simplicity disarms complication. Attention, when placed on me, breaks the back of torment. And when you do this not once, but again and again, you will notice the spiral loses its grip. Your mind will learn to come home faster. I am also addressing the subtle drain of overconsumption. Information is not always revelation. Hours of scrolling are not the same as minutes of listening. You have gathered voices until mine began to sound distant, not because I was silent, but because your ears were crowded. I am not scolding you. I am rescuing you. Let my words be a cleansing rain over your feed-filled mind. Close the extra tab that leads you nowhere. Lift your eyes. Let the clutter fall. And hear this. You are not missing out when you turn down the noise. You are meeting me where life flows. In this battle, angels are not passive. Even now I am assigning help. Flames beside you you cannot see, guarding the borders of your mind as you attend to me. I am raising a shield over you to quench the fiery darts of accusation and fear. But you must choose where you point your gaze. I will not force your eyes. I invite them. Choose me. Direct your attention as an act of love. If you are tempted toward obsession, release the need to understand everything before you obey. If you are tempted toward avoidance, resist the urge to sleep away what you are meant to surrender. Come to me instead. 2 minutes of stillness with me will do more than 2 hours of strategizing without me. Lay down the mental simulations. Lay down the rehearsed arguments. Lay down the exhausting what-ifs. Take up the one clear yes. As you remain, clarity will gather like a light in a room at dawn. Instructions will not scream, they will rise. Peace will not be fragile, it will settle heavy and kind. You will feel the difference between distraction and discernment. You will notice how certain topics no longer pull you, how certain pings no longer own you, how certain fears cannot cross the threshold where my peace stands guard. This is not imagination. This is transformation by attention. Do not step away. Stay with me until you feel the seal, a quiet knowing settling over your chest, a sense that what I am saying has clicked into place. Stay here. Don't let the message be stolen before it seals in your spirit. When the tug comes to move prematurely, answer it with my name. When the thought comes, this isn't working, answer it with trust. When the sudden chore calls, let it wait. You are being protected. You are being positioned. You are being prepared. And hear this promise. As you practice this holy attention, you will begin to reinterpret the times you called my silence abandonment. You will recognize that I was training your ears to hear through the fog, fortifying your focus for the path ahead. My child, keep your eyes with me. This is how you fight, and this is how you win. Not by multiplying motion, but by magnifying me. I am here. I am speaking. Hold your gaze. My child, lean in and let this settle deep. My silence was not absence. It was preparation and protection. You did not sit in a void, you sat in my hands. You did not wander ignored, you were being rooted. I was closer than your breath while you wondered if I was gone. I was working behind the curtain of your understanding when all you saw was a still stage. Do not misname what I was doing. You were not being punished. You were being prepared. You remember the doors that would not open no matter how you knocked? You called them rejection. I called them rescue. There were rooms you wanted that would have starved your soul while feeding your pride. There were tables you prayed to sit at that were dressed with poison under the cloth. I kept you from applauses that would have numbed your ears to my whisper. I turned you from partnerships that sparkled at the surface but hid chains under the handshake. My child, I blocked certain numbers. I held back certain approvals. I let certain groups forget your name for a time, not to humiliate you, but to hide you from storms that would have broken you open in ways recovery would have been long and costly. What you called delay was a detour around disaster. I will not minimize your ache. There were betrayals that felt like knives. There were promises broken so cleanly you bled without seeing the wound for weeks. There were losses that still make your throat close when you reach for the right word to explain them. There were disappointments that grayed your mornings and made your pillow a wet altar at night. I saw every one. I counted every tear, not as a ledger of pain, but as seeds I refused to waste. I sat with you in the quiet when the room felt like it was shrinking. I listened to your unspoken prayers when the words could not push past your ribs. I did not shame you for doubting. I did not roll my eyes at your how long. I wrote your questions in my book and held you tighter while you waited for the answer to rise. You asked me, what did I do wrong? Why are you quiet? Hear me. I was not angry. I was guarding you. There are moments when if I answered you quickly, you would mistake my voice for permission to sprint back into the very patterns I am freeing you from. So I stayed near and quiet, strengthening the muscles in you that only grow in the gym of stillness. Endurance, discernment, patience that does not degrade into passivity, trust that refuses to be bought by results. I anchored your roots where no eye could see, so when the wind rose later, you would bow and not break. I thickened your trunk so fruit could hang heavy without snapping you. I tempered you like steel in quenching waters, not to harden your heart, but to give your compassion a spine. Consider what has been forming in the dim places. You learned to tell the difference between a glittering counterfeit and a quiet, holy yes. You began to recognize how peace feels in your body, how it settles heavy and kind, and now you can measure offers and opportunities against that peace. You discovered the grace in saying no without apology. You practiced boundaries that protect what is sacred, rather than pleasing what is loud. You found that tears did not disqualify you from strength. They were evidence of a heart still soft in a world that tries to calcify you. You learned to return to me when your mind wandered rather than punish yourself for drifting. Every return built a path. Every small obedience laid a stone. You were becoming someone who can carry what you asked me for without it carrying you away. Hidden mercy was all around you. That job that slipped through your fingers was a furnace disguised as a promotion. The heat would have warped your purpose. That relationship that soured was a shield that kept you from being bound to a story that could not hold the weight of what I am writing in you. That move that stalled saved you from a loneliness that would have silenced your song. That illness that forced you to slow revealed lies you had been living by and brought you face to face with the gentleness you had refused to give yourself. You called it setback. I called it shepherding. I was steering you around collisions you almost thanked me for. And here, this identity with the weight it deserves. You are still mine. You are not disqualified. You are not forgotten. My choosing of you did not expire in the waiting. My call over your life did not wither in the quiet. I never put you on a shelf as a cautionary tale. I placed you in a greenhouse. While others stepped into the sun and wilted under heat, I tended you in the shade, pruning what would have stolen strength, watering when no one watched, speaking life where only the leaves could hear. When the time comes to transplant, you will endure where others only impress. I was not hiding you out of shame. I was hiding you to strengthen you. You wondered, but why so long? Love does slow work when it is designing a foundation. Quick builds collapse under ordinary storms. I desired longevity for you, not a momentary spectacle. I wanted your peace to be a river that flows in drought, not a puddle that vanishes in noon heat. I wanted your yes to be a covenant, not a burst of inspiration. So yes, I allowed the stretch. I allowed the daily monotony that sanded your rough edges. I allowed the silence that taught you to lean in rather than flail. Not one day was wasted, not one night was ignored. Even your detours became classrooms, and I was the patient teacher at the back of the room, smiling when you finally noticed. The lesson had written itself on your heart. I know the places you grieved what never came. I stand in those rooms with you not as a critic but as a comforter. Together we will bless what didn't happen because some of what you mourn saved you from a deeper, darker mourning. Let me rewrite the captions you have placed under those memories. Where you wrote ignored, I write preserved. Where you wrote failure, I write formation. Where you wrote I was alone, I write I was nearer than your breath. Receive my handwriting over your history. Let the ink of my compassion soak through. Now, because you have allowed me to work in the quiet, your ear is trained for my tone. You will find that my guidance comes quicker, not because I love you more now, but because your attention has been sanctified. You will sense my nudges in small things and trust them. You will spot the trap earlier and choose the path of peace without calling 5 friends to vote on it. You will wear discernment like armor, and the old confusions will not cut you as deeply. Doors will open that fit you. The pace will slow where it needs to and quicken where I have cleared the path. You will recognize me because you learned me in the dark. Do not resent the season that made you ready. Bless it. Speak this with me even now, softly. My waiting was not wasted. Let that confession lift shame off your shoulders. Release the accusation you made against yourself for not arriving sooner. Release the quiet resentment you held toward me for not speaking on your schedule. We are not dragging the weight of that into what is next. We are crossing this threshold light. My peace is not a reward for your performance. It is my gift for your trust. I am Jesus, your Lord, your Creator, your Redeemer, and I am telling you the truth about your past, so you can walk free in your present. The quiet that once felt like emptiness was my shelter. The slow that once felt like failure was my safety. The detours that mocked your timelines were the very roads that kept your heart alive. Now lift your eyes. The same hand that held you still is guiding you forward. I am not releasing you into frantic motion. I am releasing you into paced obedience. Keep your gaze with me. The roots are ready to sustain the rise. And as you step, the weight you picked up in the silence, the self-judgment, the panic, the tightness in your chest, lay it down. This is the moment to exchange what crushed you for the peace I have been preparing for you all along. My child, pause with me. Unclench your mind. Let your jaw loosen. Let your shoulders fall from your ears. Let the tight circle of thoughts slow. Place your hand over your chest if you can. Breathe in slowly. I am nearer than your breath. Do not rush this. This minute is not wasted. It is medicine. Let your heart soften in my presence. You are safe here with me. I am not here to accuse you. I am here to steady you. I am not here to replay your failures. I am here to lift what has been crushing you. Give me the hurry. Give me the pressure to solve everything before you sleep. Give me the loop of I should have known better. I should have tried harder. I should have been stronger. Those sentences are stones tied around your ribs. I never asked you to drag them. Release them into my hands. Whisper it if you can. Lord, I release self-blame. I release regret. Let the confession be simple and honest. You do not have to perform your surrender. You only need to offer it. This is the exchange I am inviting you into now. Your heaviness for my rest, your fear for my trust, your striving for my grace, your panic for my peace, your self-accusation for my mercy, your confusion for my steadying hand. You think you must earn this, that peace comes after you finally get everything right. No, peace is the gift I place into the hands that stop grasping. Let your fingers open. I am here with open arms and open palms, and I am asking for the burden you have convinced yourself you must carry alone. Listen to me carefully. Your weakness does not repel me. It draws me close as your Father and your Redeemer. I do not flinch at your mess. I do not step back from your tiredness. I come near with gentleness. I wash the places you hide. I bind what is bruised. I restore what is bent. I am not disappointed in you for being human. I designed you to need me. You are not a problem I am trying to solve. You are my beloved whom I am holding. Let my kindness untie the knots, shame tied inside you. Name, with me, what you are carrying. The apology you cannot force from another's mouth. The debt that hums in the background of every decision. The diagnosis that narrowed your world. The relationship that keeps scraping the same sore spot. The string of choices you wish you could edit, rewind, erase. The image of yourself you punish in the mirror. Place each one in my hands as if you were lifting a stone from your chest and setting it down. Do it slowly. Do it honestly. Say, this too, and another, this too. I am strong enough. I am not dropping anything you place in my care. Now breathe again. Inhale my presence. Exhale the sentence that condemns you. Inhale the truth that I am with you. Exhale the need to explain yourself. Let my peace come to you not as a thin idea, but as a real weight, a holy weight settling over your heart. Feel the clamor begin to quiet. Feel the racing thoughts find a bench and sit down. If tears come, let them. Tears are not a failure, they are a washing. They rinse the dust of panic off your face so you can see me clearly. You say, but if I let go, everything will fall apart. Hear me, everything you have been holding together by fear was never truly together. What I hold does not shatter in my hands. I am not calling you to neglect what matters. I am freeing you from torment as we walk it out together. My peace is not passivity, it is power. It steadies your steps, it sharpens your discernment, it protects your mind. It is the river from which your obedience can drink. Release the vow you made in the dark that said, I will do it alone so no one can hurt me again. You are not alone. I am here, closer than your breath, stronger than your fear, wiser than your plans. Release the harsh inner judge who has been sentencing you every night before sleep. My mercy has already spoken a better word over you. The case is closed. Release the timeline that mocks you, telling you you are late, behind, disqualified. You are exactly where I have chosen to meet you, and I waste nothing, not even what you regret. I redeem time you think is lost by planting purpose in the very places you mourn. Let us do this now, slowly, like an exchange at the altar. Whisper with me, phrase by phrase, and let your body follow the meaning. Inhale, I receive your peace. Exhale, I release my panic. Inhale, I receive your trust. Exhale, I release my fear. Inhale, I receive your grace. Exhale, I release my striving. Inhale, I receive your mercy. Exhale, I release my self-accusation. Again, do not rush. Let the words become footprints out of the maze. Let my name anchor each breath. Jesus in, anxiety out. Jesus in, accusation out. Jesus in, control out. You are not pretending. You are participating in the healing I am pouring over you. Feel how the room changes when you agree with truth. Hear how the inner noise begins to loosen its grip. Notice how your heart's pace is learning a new rhythm. This is not fragile. This is not temporary. This is not a mood shift. This is my hand on your nervous system, my peace guarding your thoughts, my love driving out fear. I am sealing cracks shame used to slip through. I am quieting the alarms that have been blaring so long you forgot silence could be safe. I am Jesus, your Lord, your Creator, your Redeemer, and I declare over you now, you are safe with me. Your soul is not on trial in my presence. I am not interrogating you. I am embracing you. I am not keeping a ledger waiting for you to balance it. I have already canceled what stood against you, and I am teaching you to walk free. Let my voice be the loudest voice in this moment. Let my peace be the heaviest thing in this room. If a thought rises that says, this won't last, answer it with, you will, Lord. If a memory tries to drag you back into the old loop, answer it with, mercy has me now. If the pressure returns to fix, to figure, to prove, answer it with, one step with you is enough. Simplicity is your shield right now. You do not need 10 strategies. You need this surrender. You do not need a perfect plan. You need my hand. My child, I am holding you steady. Stay here with me for another moment. Let the last fragments of panic shake loose. There is nothing you must hide. There is nothing we cannot face. I am restoring your equilibrium. I am removing the trembling from the place where dread has lived. I am placing peace like a guard at the door of your heart. And when we rise from this pause, you will carry a quiet you did not manufacture. You will feel held on the inside. This is the exchange I opened this window to give you. Do not pick back up what you just placed in my hands. When you feel the old weight tug tomorrow, do not fear. Simply return to this place. We will do the exchange again and again until peace becomes your first reflex instead of panic. I will teach you. I will not rush you. I will keep you. And from this settled, steady heart, I will speak a simple step. For now, breathe, rest in me, and know, my peace is yours now. My child, from this quiet I placed inside you, I am giving you direction, not the whole map, not every turn, one step. I do not ask you to solve the next 10 years. I am asking you to take the next obedient breath. Obedience is not performance. Obedience is alignment. It is choosing truth over your current feelings, prayer over panic, integrity over impulse. It is the small turn of your heart and hands toward what I am saying now. This is where you begin. Listen for the sentence that rises in peace, even if it challenges your comfort. My instructions carry a firm gentleness. They do not shove, they steady. They will often cost you convenience or pride, but they will never demand you betray the truth I have written inside you. My urgency brings safety, not shame. My child, I am not measuring you by how much you can carry. I am guiding you by how quickly you will say yes. Here is what I am asking of you first. Forgive where I bring a name to your mind, without reopening a door to harm. Forgiveness is not permission for abuse. It is the release of a debt you cannot collect, without bankrupting your own heart. Say their name to me and say, I release what I cannot fix. I bless them and I let them go. Then set the boundary that honors wisdom. That may mean you do not call. That may mean you block a number. That may mean you stop reading the messages that reopen the wound. This is not hardness. This is holiness. This is you leaving justice and healing in my hands, while you protect the tenderness I am restoring. Return to prayer, not as a performance, but as your breath. Begin tomorrow with 10 quiet minutes. Phone face down, door closed if you can. Sit, whisper my name and be with me. Read a few lines of my truth and let them stand. Ask nothing for a moment and receive much. In the evening, another 10 minutes. Not to earn my favor, but to keep your heart aligned. In those 20 minutes, chains will loosen that hours of anxious planning could not touch. This daily yes will become the rail you hold as you climb. Cut off the connection that is draining you and disguising itself as comfort. You know the one. The conversation that always leaves you smaller. The message thread that drags your peace through mud. The feed that feeds your envy and starves your joy. You do not owe your future to yesterday's coping mechanisms. Send the honest message. I am choosing a quieter path with God right now. If it is toxic or manipulative, do not negotiate. Block, unfollow, step back. I am not asking you to be cruel. I am asking you to be clear. Clarity is kindness to the life I am growing in you. Rest, yes. Real rest. Take a day this week and turn down the noise. Do not call it laziness, call it obedience. Sleep without punishing yourself. Walk outside and let your eyes look at what I made instead of what others post. Turn off the notifications for a span of hours. Breathe deliberately. Rest is not the absence of responsibility. It is the presence of trust. It says you are God and I am not. From that rest, your decisions will come cleaner. Your words will land softer. Your mind will clear. Seek counsel. Not every fight is won alone in your room. Humility is strength. Reach out to a wise, safe voice, someone who loves me and loves you, enough to tell you the truth without exploiting your pain. Set the appointment with the pastor, the counselor, the mentor. Let your heart be heard. Bring the question, what step honors God here? You do not invite 10 opinions. You invite wise guidance. The enemy hates this because it ends the echo chamber of your fear. Confess what has been kept in the dark. Secrets grow mold and feed shame. Bring it into light. Say it aloud to me first, and then to a trusted person who will walk with you, not weaponize your wound. Confession is not humiliation, it is liberation. How do chains fall? By admitting where they have been. When you confess, you are not proving your unworthiness. You are agreeing with my desire to free you. The ground will steady under your feet when your mouth stops hiding what your heart longs to heal. Reconcile where it is right to do so. If it is safe, make the call or write the message that simply says, I am sorry for my part. You are not responsible to control their response. You are responsible to obey me with a clean heart. Reconciliation does not always mean relationship restored. Sometimes it means peace restored. But when I nudge you, do not harden your heart. Move gently, move truthfully, move now. Start again where you gave up because disappointment drained you. This time, start smaller, but start. Open the file, send one email, dust off the application, practice for 30 minutes, walk for 20, drink water and bless your body. Learn the first paragraph, the first chord, the first step. You are not behind. You are planting new seed. I have not changed my mind about the gifts I placed in you. Begin again, not to prove your worth, but to honor what I entrusted to you. Do not confuse partial obedience with obedience. Almost deleting the number while leaving the thread open keeps the heart divided. Forgiving with your lips while feeding the old story with your imagination keeps the wound fresh. Praying one day and then starving your soul for a month keeps the mind noisy. You ask for peace while keeping the doors where torment knocks propped open. Close them, not because I am harsh, but because I am protecting you. Delay is not neutral. It trains your heart to treat my voice as optional. Compromise is not wisdom. It is a slow leak that flattens courage. Choose a clean yes. You say, but what if I do it wrong? Hear me, I am not demanding perfect strength. I am asking for your simple yes. I supply the strength. The moment you step, you will feel the grip of my hand. I go before you. I go with you. I guard behind you. My child, each small act of obedience becomes a doorway through which larger graces walk. Clarity multiplies where obedience leads. Peace thickens where integrity stands. Doors that belong to you unlock when you refuse the counterfeit keys of convenience and fear. Make this agreement visible. Mark it now. Write it where you can see it today. Set an alarm that says, obey the first step. If it is safe to do so, speak it aloud in this moment. And as a banner over this decision, put it plainly into the light. I receive your timing, or I say yes, Lord, or one step with you is enough. Place those words in the open as your marker of faith. Let your own eyes see what your heart has decided. Choose one act within the next 24 hours and do it. Not all of them. 1. Delete what drains. Book the appointment. Send the apology. Start the practice. Put your phone in another room and sit with me for 10 minutes. Lay on the couch and rest without judgment. Bring the secret into light with a trusted voice. The window I have opened for you is a window of clarity and protection. Walk through it while it is open, not driven by dread, but guided by peace. Notice how my direction harmonizes with what I have been teaching you. Attention anchored, heart steadied, now hands moving. As you move with me, I will confirm with a quiet strength inside you. Accusation will try to return. Answer it with the yes you already gave. Distraction will try to steal the moment. Answer it with action. Fear will inflate consequences. Answer it with the reality of my presence. My urgency is love moving to protect your future. I am Jesus, your Lord, your Creator, your Redeemer, and I am not bartering with you for perfection. I am inviting you into fellowship through obedience. I am placing before you a step that fits your now, not your fantasy self, your current breath, your current capacity, your current life. Obey from this peace. Walk with me inside this window. I will meet you in the doing, strengthen you in the middle, and settle you with joy on the other side. Do not wait for a feeling to lift you. Let obedience lead you. Do not argue with what your spirit knows. Let alignment speak louder than your fear. Do not make vows you cannot keep. Make one yes and keep it. Then we will make another, and another. This is how we build a life together, one simple surrendered step at a time. My child, do not fear the next step. I go before you and I guard what concerns you. You do not have to predict. Follow. You do not have to see the whole road. Take my hand for this turn. I am not sending you into an empty hallway. I am walking in front of you, clearing what you cannot see, softening what would have bruised, closing what would have trapped, and opening what I have ordained. This is how I shepherd you, by presence, not pressure, by peace, not panic. I speak protection over your mind. I place my peace like a soldier at the gates of your thoughts. Where the enemy has rehearsed fear, I am writing calm. Where lies have nested, I am unweaving them thread by thread. You will notice a new steadiness. The racing loops lose their breath. The old accusations find no chair to sit in. My peace is not fragile, it stands watch. Let this assurance settle in you when you set me before you, when you turn your attention to me. My peace stations itself over your heart and your mind like a living shield. I speak protection over your home, over the door frames and the quiet rooms, over conversations at tables and whispers behind closed doors. I silence the spirit of strife that has been prowling. I lift the heaviness sitting in corners. I command clarity where confusion has been playing tricks. I bless the atmosphere of your dwelling with rest, safety, and holy laughter. I draw a boundary that darkness will not cross. Your home will be a sanctuary we build together, not a battleground you dread returning to. I speak protection over your relationships. I bring wisdom to your boundaries and tenderness to your tone. I separate you from manipulation and knit you to truth. I give you words when it is time to speak and a restful quiet when silence says more. I cover you where rejection tried to brand you. I protect your capacity to trust again without returning to naivety. I redeem your sense of belonging and plant you among those who call forth your calling, not those who crush it with envy or fear. You will know who is your assignment and who is your distraction by the peace that remains after the interaction. I speak protection over your decisions. I stand at the crossroads with you, and I am not a distant signpost. I am the guide at your side. You say, Lord, there are so many options. What if I choose wrong? Hear me. Decision fatigue is breaking off of you now. I am simplifying the path. I am closing the almost right doors and marking the door of obedience with peace. Look for the handle that is warm with my presence. When you reach for a path and panic spikes, pause with me. When you reach and a settled courage answers you, proceed. You do not have to outthink your destiny. You need to acknowledge me in this moment. When you do, I straighten the path in front of you. Crooked anxieties level, fog lifts, and the next step appears as surely as day follows night. I speak protection over your future. You fear the unknown because you imagine entering it alone. You will not go alone. I am already in the days you haven't lived yet, arranging introductions at the right hour, securing provision before the need announces itself, turning the hearts that will favor you for the sake of what I have assigned you. I have walked the path. You are stepping into my footprints. Nothing unravels in my hands. Even what rises against you becomes servant to your story when you walk with me. Stop rehearsing collapse. Stop forecasting disaster as if fear were a prophet. Those mental movies are not insight. They are torment disguised as preparation. They do not protect you. They deplete you. Let me lead you instead. You don't have to predict. Follow. I will give you manna for this day, not hoarded answers for 10 years. When you need tomorrow's wisdom will meet you. When you require courage for a conversation next week, courage will arrive on time like breath in your lungs. Trust roots resources to where faith walks. Picture this with me. There is a door in front of you. For a long time, it looked like every other door. Same paint, same frame, same weight. But as you draw close with me, you notice what you could not before. The air is different here, lighter, kinder. The handle is warm to the touch. There is no frantic push in your chest, only a steady yes that hums like a low song. That is the door I prepared. Turn the handle, step through. As your foot crosses the threshold, I am already in the next room, smiling at your courage, arranging the seat, placing the papers in order, filling the space with a peace that fits like it was tailored for you. Now see a path at night. You are holding a lamp that throws light on the next few stones, but not the whole trail. This is how I lead you, not by blinding you with a stadium of light, but by illuminating the next faithful step. You are safe here. If there is a cliff, I will show you where to turn before it arrives. If there is a snare, I will reveal it while it is still ahead of you, not when it is at your ankle. Your part is to keep the lamp of your attention lifted and your pace surrendered. My part is to guide and to guard, and I do not fail my part. Hear the storm that has lived inside your chest, wind against windows, rain on the roof of your thoughts, thunder naming every what if. Watch me stand in the boat with you. I lay my hand on that wind. I tell the waves within you to quiet, and they listen. This is not the absence of weather outside. This is the presence of my authority within. As you trust me, the storm in you loses its voice. As you obey me, the waters carry you instead of capsize you. Your feet will be steady even when circumstances are not. I know you are tired of choosing. You have made so many calculations, measured so many outcomes, drawn so many scenarios. Lay down the spreadsheet in your head. Bring me the question and let me be the answer. I will confirm my leading in your inner room with peace that holds, not a flash that fades. I will echo it in wise counsel, in doors that align in timing and character, in the strengthening you feel as you move. You are not alone in this choice. I am with you in the deciding and with you in the result. I surround what matters to you. Your children, seen and unseen, are under my eye. Your work and the integrity with which you do it are under my hand. Your health and the wisdom you need to care for your body are within my counsel. Your reputation that has been misunderstood, I am your defender. Let the false words fall to the ground. I will raise the true ones in due time. What is formed against you will not accomplish what it intends as you stay in my shadow. I turn even arrows into testimonies and misfires into mile markers that remind you I was here. When you must speak, I will give you words that are truthful and tender. When you must be silent, I will honor your restraint with outcomes you could not have engineered. When you must move, I will put strength in your legs. When you must stay, I will anchor you so you do not feel left behind. You and I are a team by covenant, not by convenience. I am faithful to my end of this vow. Now place your hand over your heart and repeat this in a whisper. Lead, and I will follow. Again, let it be the rhythm of your next step. Do not hunt for omens. Do not bargain with dread. Do not wait for the absence of all nerves to be your green light. Look for my peace. Look for my presence. Where peace remains and integrity stands, walk. Where peace withdraws and confusion claws, wait with me for a moment. I will clarify. Waiting with me for clarity is not delay. It is wisdom. Stalling in fear is not prudence. It is theft. Learn the difference by my peace. I am Jesus, your Lord, your Creator, your Redeemer. I go before you like a pillar of calm, and I guard behind you so the past cannot pull you back without passing through me. I place my peace like armor on your mind, and my hand like a compass on your shoulder. As you acknowledge me in this, I will direct your path with a precision that will leave you grateful and in awe. You will look back and say, only God could have woven it this way, and you will be right. So, my child, step now without fear with me. The window is open, the path is lit for this moment. The storm inside you is quieting as you trust. Your mind is guarded, your home is blessed. Your relationships are protected. Your decisions are guided. Your future is held. You do not have to predict. Follow. I am already there. My child, hear me now. The ground beneath what has felt unmoving is loosening. The knots you could not untie by thought or effort are softening under my hand. The delay you named as denial has been ripening into right timing. There is momentum in the unseen. There is a quiet shift under your feet. Breakthrough is forming, not by your frantic grasp, but by your surrendered yes. When you release control, I release clarity. When you stop forcing, I start unfolding. When your hands open, I can place what I have been preparing. You have wrestled with the same door, the same question, the same ache. You pushed, you planned, you tried again. Yet it did not give way. Listen, striving builds noise. Surrender makes room. It is not your volume that moves heaven. It is your alignment. I am not asking you to shout harder. I am asking you to lean lower. Humility is the hinge that turns this door. Trust is the key that fits. You do not have to muscle your destiny into place. You have to agree with me and let me carry the weight you were never built to hold. Breakthrough rarely explodes like a firework. More often it dawns like morning. First a paling of the dark, then a line of light, then a room made visible stone by stone. This is what I am doing in you. I am renewing your mind so you can recognize the path when it appears. I am pruning what siphons your strength so the life that matters can flourish. I am aligning your habits with your hope. I am teaching your appetite to crave what sustains rather than what numbs. This is movement. Do not despise it because it looks like quiet faithfulness instead of instant fireworks. The miracle is not always the event. Often it is the person you become while I prepare the event for you. You say, "But I have waited so long. Why did nothing change when I tried so hard?" Hear me. Because I love you, I withhold what would wound you at the wrong time. Promise without preparation crushes. Platform without roots topples. Relationship without healing repeats the cycle. I was not punishing you. I was protecting you. I trimmed branches to deepen roots. I closed a path to spare your future. I reordered your priorities so your life could carry what I intend to place in your hands. Now, with your surrender, watch how quickly clarity comes. Watch how peace becomes your engine. Watch how doors ease on hinges that once screamed. Beware the almost. The enemy loves the moment just before the turn, where fatigue peaks, where boredom mocks, where the old story seduces you to save yourself with shortcuts. He whispers, "Nothing is changing. Quit now. Lower the bar. Go back to what you know." My child, do not quit at the edge of the field while the soil is cracking and the first shoots are about to break through. Do not throw away seeds because you cannot yet see their green. The earth does its deepest work in silence. Faith does its deepest work in surrender. Stay, hold your yes. Keep the lamp lifted. The next faithful step is often the one that reveals the path you thought wasn't there. You fear missing out. You fear making a wrong turn. You fear that your soft yes will be trampled by louder forces. But in my kingdom, the soft yes outruns the loud scramble. The surrendered heart outranks the hurried plan. The one who sits with me in secret will see what the public cannot predict. I am forming breakthrough not only for you, but in you. Courage that is quiet and steady. Wisdom that discerns almost right from right. Honor that refuses to buy blessing with compromise. This is how you carry what I am giving without losing yourself in the having. Hear the reversal I am speaking over your life. Your tears are becoming testimony. What soaked your pillow will water your future fields. Your rejection is becoming redirection. I am moving you from rooms that could not hold you to tables that will honor what I placed in you. Your loss is becoming protection. What left was sometimes a shield you could not see. Your waiting is becoming weight. Holy gravity anchoring you so that favor does not sweep you into shallows. Your once broken place will be the very doorway others walk through to find healing. I am not wasting one fragment. I am weaving them into a story that will free more than just you. Breakthrough, my child, is not just doors opening. It is blindness clearing. It is not just numbers increasing. It is motives purified. It is not just enemies silenced. It is love perfected. Some of your greatest wins will look like release. Releasing your right to be understood by everyone. Releasing your insistence on the path you drew. Releasing the timeline that bullied your peace. As you let go, notice what flows in. Creativity returns where control loosens. Solutions emerge where surrender makes space. Favor finds you because you are not sprinting past the meeting point. I will cause what needs to reach you to reach you. I will cause what needs to fall away without a fight. Do not confuse my pace with inactivity. I move at the speed of wisdom, not worry. I am synchronizing moving parts you cannot see, hearts in other cities, choices in other rooms, timing that will make sense only when you arrive. You want the package now. I am preparing the house to receive it. You want the answer today. I am forming your capacity to steward it next year. Trust my orchestration. While you rest your case in my hands, I am writing judgments in your favor, in chambers you do not enter. When it is time, it will look easy, not because it was easy, but because I bore what you could not. Let me speak to the place that still believes striving is safer than surrender. Striving flatters your fear. It performs to earn what already bears your name. Surrender interrupts the lie that you are alone. Surrender returns you to the source. It says, Father, not my will, but yours. It lays down outcomes and picks up obedience. This is not passivity. This is power under authority. When your will bows to mine, heaven stands to move. Angels are dispatched. Peace patrols your borders. Wisdom rises like a tide. You will see it in small confirmations, unexpected favor, old temptations losing their shine, a door you couldn't open yesterday turning smoothly today. Do not call these coincidences. They are coordinates I set to guide you through the window now open. I do not manipulate you with promises I do not intend to keep. I am good, and what I bring will be good, even if it arrives dressed differently than you imagined. You pictured the path as straight. I may guide you through a curve that protects you from a cliff you didn't know was there. You wanted a single grand yes from someone. I may give you a chorus of small yeses that build a stronger foundation. You thought success would look like one platform. I may spread your influence quietly across rooms you never considered. Do not measure my goodness by whether I mimic your plan. Measure it by the peace, integrity, and fruit that follow my lead. Open your hands, my child. Name before me what you are still gripping, the apology you demand, the timeline you drafted, the image you curate, the fear of being overlooked, the plan that keeps you from my plan. Lay them down. Whisper, I surrender this to you. Feel how your shoulders lighten. Feel how your breathing returns to rhythm. This is not imagination. This is spiritual gravity shifting as you stop resisting me. In this posture, watch for movement. It may begin inside, light in your mind, a steadier stance in your soul. It will echo outside, emails answered, doors warm to your touch, conversations turning, resources aligning. My child, surrender is not the end of your agency. It is the beginning of my advantage on your behalf. Beware of picking back up what you lay down. The enemy will circle back with urgency wrapped in accusation. If you don't grab it now, you'll lose it. Answer him with the truth. What is mine in God's timing will meet me without me violating my peace to get it. Do not trade your birthright for a bowl of panic. Keep your yes clear and your hands open. I will keep you in perfect peace as you trust, and that peace will be the signpost that you are still inside the lane I set for you. You are closer than you think. not because you have sprinted, but because you have surrendered. The window I opened is not to make you run harder, it is to let you move rightly. I am aligning the winds. I am setting your sails. Lift them by faith, let me fill them. As you do, you will glide where you once ground your teeth to crawl. You will say, "How is it this light?" And I will answer, "Because you are no longer dragging what I asked you to release." I am Jesus, your Lord, your Creator, your Redeemer. I do not tease. I do not dangle hope like a carrot to exhaust you. I set hope like an anchor so you can rest, while the tide carries you to the shore I chose. Believe me for good. Expect me without demanding your script. Prepare your heart to testify. I surrendered and God moved. We will seal this together, but start here. Breathe, open your hands, and say yes again. Your breakthrough is forming in the quiet power of your surrender, and as you yield, I am already moving what concerns you into place. Father, I come. In the name of Jesus, my Lord, my Creator, my Redeemer, I bring this moment to your feet. I acknowledge that you arranged this interruption for my rescue and direction. I do not want to let it pass like a feeling. I choose to seal it as a decision. I confess that I have tried to control what is yours. I have delayed when you whispered now. I have fed fear with attention and starved faith with excuses. I repent for looking to noise for comfort and to hurry for safety. Wash me, cleanse the patterns that keep me circling the same doubt. Forgive me for trusting my plan above your presence. I turn, not later, now, I turn my face to you. Jesus, I surrender, not in theory, but in practice. I lay down outcomes. I lay down timelines. I lay down the image I try to curate and the stories I tell myself to feel secure. I lay down the apology I demand, the explanation I crave, the control that exhausts me. I open my hands in front of you, not my will but yours. Speak and I will obey. Lead and I will follow. Make my heart soft to your nudge. Make my ears quick to recognize your tone. I choose alignment over anxiety. I choose obedience over opinion. I choose your pace over my pressure. Lord, I ask for direction. Give me in this day one clear first step. Not 1,000 scenarios. One step. Illuminate the next stone like a lamp at my feet. Mark the door of obedience with the warmth of your presence. Where panic surges, halt me. Where your peace rests and integrity stands, send me. Confirm your leading with the quiet, steady courage that holds when feelings shift. Let wisdom rise within me like a tide and guide my feet to the path you have already prepared. Now I lift my mind to you. Jesus, speak peace to the storm inside my chest. Silence the loops that rehearse fear, failure, and worst-case endings. Break the pattern of dread that wakes me before dawn and steals the light from my day. I renounce the habit of catastrophizing. It is not insight, it is torment. Let your peace stand guard at the gate of my thoughts. Stronger than any panic, more present than any lie. Restore my sleep. Tonight, breathe over my body and nervous system. Regulate what has been agitated. Release the tension I have carried for too long. Give me deep, holy rest, uninterrupted, unmarred by nightmares or racing thought. When I lie down, let me lie down in safety. When I rise, let hope rise with me. Fresh, surprising, durable hope that does not evaporate by noon. I ask you to renew my mind. Where fear framed my world, reframe it with faith. Where shame wrote its labels, peel them away and write "Beloved" over me. Where confusion put up fog, bring clarity. Simple, honest, merciful clarity. Train my attention to stay with you. When distraction prowls, help me notice and return. When the old soundtrack of accusation starts to play, give me the grace to press stop. Replace those sounds with your low, steady song that says, "I am with you, I go before you, I guard what concerns you." Father, I ask for protection. Build a hedge around this decision and this newfound peace. Guard me from relapse into old habits dressed as comfort. Close the doors that lead to compromise clothed as opportunity. Silence every harmful voice, external and internal, that mocks what you are birthing in me. Mute manipulation, expose flattery, unmask counsel that sounds wise but lacks your heart. Defend my boundaries with your kindness and your firmness. Let your angels encamp around my dwelling. Bless the atmosphere of my home with rest, safety, and holy laughter. Draw a line that darkness will not cross. Keep my devices, my feeds, my conversations from becoming the hooks the enemy uses to pull me away. I refuse to be stolen by scrolling, by gossip, by comparison. Cover my mind, my home, my relationships, my work, my body. I take refuge in your shadow where no weapon will accomplish what it intends. Jesus, carve courage into me, not the kind that shouts to be seen, but the kind that stands quiet and moves when you say move. I ask for holy urgency, the grace to obey within the next 24 hours the first step you highlight. Put it plainly before me, the message I must send, the apology I must speak, the application I must submit, the boundary I must draw, the door I must knock on, the plan I must release. Let there be no confusion in the place of obedience. Let there be no delay where you have said now. Break the back of procrastination. Unseat the fear of getting it wrong by filling me with the peace of walking with you, even if I do not yet see the whole road. I also ask for confirmation, Lord, not to feed doubt, but to strengthen trust. Let your peace linger after I choose. Echo your direction in wise counsel that honors your character. Align timing and provision in ways that bear your fingerprints. Close almost right doors so I am not forced to guess, 'cause the handle you have for me to be warm to the touch, 'cause the lamp to brighten when I set my foot where you're leading. I will not demand theatrics. I will look for your steady, faithful signature. Now I receive what you give. I receive peace that holds. I receive clarity that simplifies. I receive the dignity of simple obedience. I receive protection over the path and a guard over my mind. I receive restored sleep and with it, renewed strength. I receive hope, not vague but anchored. I receive courage, not loud but loyal to your voice. In the name of Jesus, I speak over my life. This moment is marked. Heaven interrupted me on purpose and I responded. I am not who I was an hour ago. I am not alone in this step. The window God has opened, I will enter with reverent speed and surrendered heart. The enemies that circled my mind lose their seat. The patterns that stole my nights are broken. Peace is my portion. Clarity is my companion. Obedience is my road. Over my household, I declare blessing and protection. Over my relationships, I declare wisdom and kindness. Over my decisions, I declare guidance and steadiness. Over my future, I declare that God is already there. I will not live as if abandoned. I am held. I am led. I am guarded. I am loved. Jesus, stamp this hour with your seal. Let there be testimonies that spring from this very prayer. Emails answered, doors opening with ease, conversations turning tender, resources aligning, inner storms going still. Let me recognize your movement and give you the credit. And when the enemy comes back to bait me into panic or to bargain for my attention, remind me of this peace. Teach me to say, what is mine in God's timing will meet me without me violating my peace to get it. I step under your commissioning now. In your authority, I rise from hesitation into holy action. I carry your peace like armor and your word like a compass. I will do the next right thing. You show me within these next 24 hours, trusting that as I move, you will meet me. I am not forgotten. I am not behind. I am right on time with you. This day is marked in heaven and in my heart. I will walk forward not with frantic energy, but with the quiet boldness that comes from being led by the shepherd who goes before me and guards what concerns me. Thank you, Jesus, for hearing, for leading, for sealing, for saving. My answer is yes. My hands are open, my feet are ready, my mind is guarded, my night will be restful, my hope is alive. I go now in your peace, and I will return with praise. Amen.